On today's episode of One Drink, Three Bars, we're going to make 3 spicy cocktails using Ancho Reyes. First, we'll make a spicy margarita. Then we'll make a spicy Oaxaca Old Fashioned. We'll close the video with a spicy bowl of fruit, a riff off a recent Gnome's Tavern cocktail. Let's get started with the spicy margarita. 2 ounces or 60 milliliters of tequila. I'm using Espolon and Anejo tequila. 1 ounce or 30 milliliters of lime juice, freshly squeezed is best. Half an ounce or 15 milliliters of Cointreau or an orange liqueur of your choice. 1/4 of an ounce or about a bar spoon of agave nectar. Last but not least, an ounce or about 30 milliliters of this Ancho Reyes chili liqueur. I really like this stuff. It's pretty spicy and just a little bit sweet. It's a great addition to a margarita. And I typically serve margaritas on the rocks, but I'm going to serve this one straight up just to be a little different. And I'm going to rim my glass. I'm going to do like one side of the glass so the drinker can decide, do I want to sip with some of this chili salt or do I just want a nice clean sip? Give this a nice shake. And I'm going to garnish it with a dried lime wheel, which I prepared ahead of time in my food dehydrator. I've also heard of people doing this in their oven. But if you are interested in a food dehydrator, they're very reasonably priced, and I'll put an Amazon link below. And I also put some chilies in it. And there we have our spicy Ancho Reyes margarita. The second drink I'm going to make is a spicy riff on the Oaxaca Old Fashioned. I'm going to split my base between 1 ounce tequila and 1 ounce mezcal. And this is a stirred drink since it's mostly booze. Right now I'd normally be adding some simple syrup or agave nectar as a sweetener, but today I'm going to use half an ounce or 15 milliliters of this Ancho Reyes. And if you want yours a little sweeter, feel free to add a bar spoon of agave nectar, but I think this will be enough for my taste. Finally, before I add the ice and stir, I'm going to add a couple dashes orange bitters and a couple dashes chocolate bitters. I'm going to fill my mixing glass with plenty of ice. Give it a nice stir until there's a nice like frost on the outside. I'm going to go with my crystal clear skull ice. And I also like to garnish any kind of old fashioned with an orange peel. So before I strain my drink, and I'm going to take the orange peel and just kind of rub it around the side of the glass so you get some of that nice like aroma from the oils of the orange. Drop it in and strain the drink. There we have our spicy Oaxaca Old Fashioned. For the third drink, I'm going to do a riff off of something that was featured on Gnome's Tavern a couple weeks ago. It was called the Sexy Bowl of Fruit. He used Ole Smoky, mango habanero, and salty watermelon. For this one, I'm going to use Ole Smoky, mango habanero, and peach. Instead of pineapple juice, I'm going to use passion fruit juice, and I'm going to add a little extra spice with the Ancho Reyes. I'm going to do a split base of these 2 Ole Smoky whiskeys. I'm going to do 3/4 of an ounce or about 22 milliliters of the Ancho Reyes. Half an ounce, 15 milliliters of the dry curacao. Half an ounce, 15 milliliters of lime juice, fresh is always best. Then I'm going to add 2 ounces of this passion fruit juice. I'm going to put some pebble ice in my shaker. And I'm also going to serve it over some pebble ice. And I'm just going to pour this ice and all into my fresh pebble. I'm gonna top it off with a little more of the ice just to give it like a nice, like kind of snow cone look. And I'm gonna garnish it with some of the dried fruit that I've prepared. Those two in there, and like a pepper and my Surfside Sips glass straw. And there's our spicy bowl of fruit. All right, we've got our 3 drinks now. We've got our obvious choice, the spicy margarita. We've got our spicy riff on the Oaxaca Old Fashioned. And then we have our wild card, the spicy bowl of fruit. Let's see how we like them. Spicy margarita. Okay, that is really good. I knew this would work perfectly in a margarita. I kind of knew this would be the easy one. I love the way it tastes. I love the way it looks. The Oaxaca Old Fashioned, I really can't imagine not liking it. That's awesome. The chocolate bitters are a really good choice because this has some kind of chocolate and cinnamon notes in it. I'm picking up a little bit on the orange, and this is just sweet enough. The ½ ounce was perfect. If you like a sweeter old fashioned, like I said, maybe add a little bit of agave nectar or simple syrup. Now this is the one I've been like super excited and curious about because it was just like so out there. I like the look of it. I like the tiki vibes I'm getting from it. And then we've got the Ole Smoky in it, which is, you know, practically made in our backyard. So, you know, we've got to try that and some drinks on One Drink 3 bars. That's actually like really good. I'm picking up like a little spiciness, but honestly I probably could have dialed up the mango habanero whiskey and or the Ancho Reyes, but this is really good. It's like a whiskey tiki drink, and this passion fruit juice, it goes great in it. I think it's a little more tart than a pineapple juice, but you still get that nice foam. So I think all 3 of these are winners. Let me know in the comments below which one of these you like. If you want to see the original that I riffed off of for this, go to Gnome's Tavern. I will leave a link in the description below.